It's amazing how we can see these celebrities, with their carefully crafted images, the personas they kind of put out there for the world to see. But then what happens when we pull back the curtain, get a glimpse behind the scenes?
Yeah, it's like those illusions, magic tricks where the real story lies in what's hidden.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we're doing today, diving deep into Justin Bieber and Diddy. You guys sent in some seriously interesting stuff about their relationship, and honestly, it's a wild ride.
Definitely not as straightforward as it might seem from the outside.
Not at all. I mean, even going back to the beginning, like way back to 2009, you've got this baby-faced Justin Bieber, barely 15 years old, hanging with Diddy, cruising around in Lamborghinis.
Oh, I remember those videos, trying to seem all cool and mature.
Right. There's that one, 48 Hours with Diddy, where Diddy's already making all these suggestive comments about girls like can't disclose what they're up to.
Setting the tone early, huh?
And even Justin, at that young age, is talking about getting girls.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And Diddy eats it up, replies with, "Man after my heart." That, right there, shows you the power dynamic in play.
Yeah, you've got Diddy, the big industry guy, almost like he's, I don't know, almost grooming Justin, the newcomer, encouraging certain behaviors.
Totally. It's subtle, but you can't miss it.
And it continues. A few years later, there's footage of them in the studio. Diddy's teaching Justin to swag walk, supposedly to attract women. It's not even about the music anymore. It's image-focused, crafting this marketable persona.
Even if it means, compromising someone's innocence.
It's uncomfortable to think about. And it's not like Diddy hid this mentor role either. He does that Jimmy Kimmel interview in 2011, talks about their big brother, little brother thing.
It then throws in that weird comment about Justin knowing better than to talk about what they get up to.
So calculated.
Trying to control the narrative, but also hinting there's more to it. That's when it feels less like mentorship. More that sketchy.
For sure. Especially as Justin gets older, that line gets even blurrier. His 21st birthday, there's Diddy, giving him his first shot ever, tequila, pushing it on him.
Trying to make him seem hard, I guess.
You're 21, man. 21 and we're having our first shot. Yelling on him. Never had our first shot ever. Justin Bieber's first shot ever. Do not believe anything. Call the hell a trick with your big brother. You can't make him around here. He's yelling on him. Absolutely.
First shot ever.
Then, 22nd birthday, Diddy gives him a bad boy jacket. But watching the video, Justin's off, dazed, almost out of it. It's concerning.
As Justin matures, their dynamic feels different. Like that initial mentorship takes on a different, almost exploitative vibe, especially with everything else we're uncovering.
And then that's when that 2024 arrest happens.
Diddy getting arrested on sex trafficking charges changes everything.
It does. We have to say, these are still allegations, and Diddy maintains he's innocent. But the sources you sent, they highlight Justin's reaction. It's big.
Devastated, wants nothing to do with Diddy, shuts down any talk about it, sounds serious.
People close to him even say he regrets working with Diddy on that 2023 album, had no clue about the allegations, wouldn't have done it.
That's heavy. It's a lot to process, finding out someone you were close to, a mentor figure even, is accused of such awful things. And the impact on Justin, you can tell it's a lot for him.
It makes you think about how much this kind of stuff can really mess with someone. It's like he's trying to distance himself, not just for his image, but maybe for his own peace of mind.
Yeah, it makes you wonder about the toll it takes. Like you were talking about Justin's image earlier. The sources you sent, they point out other times he was put in uncomfortable situations with industry people. They totally crossed the line.
Right, like they didn't even think twice. It really points to this bigger systemic problem in the entertainment world, right?
Yeah.
This exploitation of young stars, especially the ones who get famous super young. Yeah, it's like, you think about that thing with Pink at the American Music Awards back in 2012?
Oh, right.
The sources you sent, they had photos, Pink, like, touching Justin inappropriately, and her reaction afterward, so strange.
What'd she do?
She kind of laughed it off, even bragged about it online. It's like a total double standard, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Like if the genders were reversed, huge deal, but somehow this is okay.
Exactly. It's messed up. And then there's that thing with Katy Perry, another award show.
What happened?
She's all over Justin, grabbing him, making these comments.
No way.
She did apologize, but to Selena Gomez, who was dating Justin then.
Not even to Justin himself.
Nope. Makes you wonder, right? Was it really just harmless fun? Or were these adults way older than him using their position?
Right, because he's young, maybe doesn't feel like he can say anything.
Totally. It's this pattern that keeps popping up. Like, remember that David Letterman interview?
Yeah.
2012, I think?
Vaguely. What happened?
Letterman straight up grabs Justin on camera. Just more boundary crossing.
Hey.
You know?
It's like they didn't even register it as wrong. Just another day in Hollywood.
It's really sad. All this happening while he's still so young. Did anyone even stop to think how it would affect him?
That's what gets me. It's easy to forget they're real people under the fame.
It makes you wonder about all the stuff he started going through, the trouble, the substance abuse.
People were quick to judge, call him a train wreck, but clearly something deeper was going on.
It's like all that pressure, the constant attention, the exploitation, it just built up.
Classic child star story almost. Used up and tossed aside, sadly.
And it happens over and over again.
It's like we can't excuse bad behavior, of course, but we got to look at the whole picture, you know?
Yeah, like that Yummy music video 2020. On the surface, just a catchy song, but the visuals.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Kind of creepy.
Older people eating weird food while these kids dance, perform for them.
People thought it was about the industry itself, right? Preying on young talent, that whole thing.
Exactly. Maybe Justin trying to tell us something, show us what it's really like. And then there's Scooter Braun, his manager.
What about him?
Well, according to these sources, he pushed Justin hard, prioritized the money over Justin's well-being.
So even if unintentionally, he was part of that cycle of exploitation.
It seems like it. It's complicated, though. Scooter did help him become a huge star.
Right. Hard to say where the line is. Maybe Scooter helped him achieve his dreams, but also added to the pressure.
Exactly. Makes you think, what's the responsibility of these powerful people in the industry? Are they protecting these young stars or
just keeping the machine running, even if it hurts people?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Hard to find the right answer. But even with all this heavy stuff, there's some good in Justin's story, right? The sources you sent, they talk about his son being born, how it's been a turning point for him.
Like fatherhood's given him this new purpose, something positive to focus on.
Exactly. It's actually really nice to see, maybe even after everything he's gone through, those tough, exploitative situations, he can still find a way forward.
It's a good reminder that healing, it's not always a straight line, ups and downs, but moving towards something better.
So true. And his story, it's not just about him, is it? Makes us think about how we all interact with this celebrity culture.
We get caught up in it, don't we? But we can't forget there's a real system at play here.
We need to look deeper, be more critical. Like, what are we really buying into? Who benefits? And are these young stars protected?
We have to call it out when we see exploitation, support the people speaking up for these young artists. Silence doesn't help anyone.
It's about remembering they're human, these celebrities. Behind all the fame, the money, the glamour, they've got feelings, vulnerabilities, just like us.
Absolutely. They deserve better than to be treated like products, right?
Totally. This deep dive, it's been a lot. Makes me think about my own responsibility. Got to be more aware of this stuff, you know? More thoughtful and not afraid to speak up.
We all gotta do our part. Keep these conversations going, push for change, make the industry safer for those who entertain us. No one deserves to go through that kind of exploitation.
Well said. It all starts with being informed, like you guys listening, sending in these sources. Got to keep asking those tough questions. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive, everyone. Remember, there's always more to the story than meets the eye.